Hello, Cecil County in the world. Rob Turnside here. I'm just making my Christmas list, and you are on it. You get a free year of watching Cecil TV. What could be better, huh? I'll tell you what, it's December 1st, and we have John Rupert in the studio tonight. John, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
I got one announcement. December 6th, this Saturday, is the Northeast Christmas Parade, the Umpty Umph Christmas Parade. You never know who's going to be there, but our good friend Bobby D is going to be playing drums out there in the cold and all kinds of cool stuff. They've been doing it for many years, so go on out. Cecil TV might be there, and you might be on Cecil TV.
Cool.
So, John, you have a new book.
Yes, I do.
And you live up there by the legend himself, the Hillbilly Hedgehog.
The one and only Hillbilly Hedgehog.
I wish we could get him on the show.
Yeah, we got to. Yeah. Maybe we can, coerce him to come in.
Let's manifest that.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll think. We'll think real hard.
Your book, what do poets say? You've been a poet for many years.
I've been writing since I was 5 years old, which is many years ago.
Wow. And this book is more than just a collection of poetry. It's not your first, is it?
Well, it's actually my first book, but I said I've been writing since I was 5. I've written over 7,000 songs and poems. I've never had anything in a book. I've been published in magazines, newspapers, on TV, radio, and other people's books. Then one day I met this wonderful girl, local girl named Ginny McKee, and she said to me, "Why don't you put a book together?" And I said, "You know what? Yeah, that's a good idea." So Ginny and I put the first book together. And I knew from the first time working on the book with her, she was going to be the cover girl.
She's cover girl material, and she's local, right?
She's local, yeah. She's local from Rising Sun. Her family has a big history. Her father was the Rising Sun mailman for 37 years. Her grandfather was the minister of West Nottingham Presbyterian Church. Her sister, who you know, is historian Sally McKee, and Sally was the church's pipe organist for 20-some years.
Wow.
And her mother also taught Sunday school at that church.
Wow. Now, before we get into your book, because I know you're going to read some stuff out of it, this book is about Calora, and
yes.
It involves
everybody out there will recognize this book. This is the original Calora book. It was written 20 years ago. Sally, Ginny's sister, was the only living member that wrote this book. So I am going to work on an updated version of this book, and it's going to include a whole chapter on Sally alone. So Sally and I have been working daily on this. I have a couple hours of audio with Sally. In addition to Ginny's going to help me as well. So once this book's available, I'm sure I'll be back on your show.
Yeah. Now, I was just looking through that book, and it's got a railroad map of all the railroads. The railroads were so big back in the day. And like there's a lot of places where there were stations and where there was rails. Like you go on the backside of Rising Sun, you can see where the rails were, It's fascinating. I love history, and we can't wait to have you come back and do that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Right now, and only now.
Yeah.
Tell us about this book.
Great. Well, first of all, let's show the cover girl. This is Ginny McKee. And what poets do say. And this book is available now on Amazon. And the funny thing about it is Ginny is very shy, everybody out there who knows her. So this book is available worldwide now. So this young girl is in China. She's in Africa. She's in Germany, which is funny. So one of the first songs I'd like to read for you is a song I wrote for her. And this song is called If I Could for Ginny. Each night when I lay beside you, I keep praying for time to freeze, for the clocks to stop and to drop 1,000,000 miles into the deep ocean. Each night when I look in your eyes, it's a bad thing about Post-its, that's why it's called Post-it. Each night when I look into your eyes, I see the worlds without any speech. And when we hold each other tight, our hearts reach out to be held closer. If I could control time, I'd freeze it because we need it. If I could control clocks, I'd make them all stop, then drop 1,000,000 miles into the deep ocean. Each night, when I watch you sleep, I keep seeing how happy we've become. We used to be two people just surviving. Now we're thriving and enjoying life as one. Honey, if I could control time, I'd freeze it because we need it. If I could control clocks, I'd make them all stop, then drop 1,000,000 miles into the deep ocean.
Wow. Simple yet profound.
Yes, and like you
Love.
and I mentioned before,
Yes.
I'm also a songwriter, and I've collaborated with other musicians, including the one and only Hillbilly Hedgehog. So if there's local musicians out there, I'm available to work with your music. You can put lyrics, I can put my lyrics to your music, or we can work on stuff completely new.
Cool. So your plans beyond this book?
The plans beyond this book
Or
is
the
work
Kalora
on
book,
Kalora,
right?
yes. Yes, on Kalora. In addition to this book, when I sat with Ginny, I wrote a second book. And the second book features the Hillbilly Hedgehog. And it's
Wow.
called Poetry 2 because it's the second book. This book is totally different. I grew up in Philadelphia. And unfortunately, Philadelphia has a lot of crime. A lot of my family and law enforcement, some friends. So whenever a law enforcement agent would pass away, they would contact me to write a tribute song to them in the local paper. So throughout the decades, unfortunately, I've amassed a lot of tributes. So I decided, with Ginny's help, to write a tribute book about falling officers or falling soldiers, events that changed the world, like the Brooklyn Bridge, not the Brooklyn, sorry, the Francis Scott Key Bridge
Yeah.
that just happened last year. 9/11, all the events that changed our world, I wrote about, and it was published. And I also wrote about people like the Hillbilly Hedgehog that need exposure. People need to know about him. So I'm very proud of this. And my best friend, Joe Bittner, did the foreword to this. He's a retired law enforcement agent, and he knows what it is to lose a fellow law enforcement. The third book you'll like, because I'm a comedian, is all comedy. And it's situational comedy. It's things that we see every day, don't think about. Like, things not to say to a border agent. Like, hey, that wall wasn't that hard. I climbed right over it.
Yeah, right.
And stuff like that. But it's adult humor, PG-13, but it's fun. But like you said, this is my baby. And the Kalora book is something that I can't wait to do because it's history and people know about it. And when the original copy was done 20 years ago, it sold out right away. So I know this copy is going to be just as popular, but the main thing is that Sally's going to be in it. It's going to be a whole chapter about Sally because she's an amazing woman. She hasn't played the piano in 20 years, so I go visit her and I bring my keyboard, and she's back to playing the keyboard, and she said she's going to teach me to play the keyboard. So that's great.
Well, how about that? JJ, you're just all over the place, but you're focused, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And reading your book here, I get a lot of Shel Silverstein in that, and that's a good compliment.
Mm-hmm.
So, Philly to Cecil County,
Mm-hmm.
and now to the world.
To the world.
Thanks
yeah.
for coming on the show.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks for having me.